Night, everyone. How you doing? This is Pastor Glaspie, Christian Democratic Party, along with my sidekick friend, President of the Christian Democratic Party, David Harris. And tonight, what we're going to discuss is the healthcare debate. It's a huge issue that the Supreme Court is going to take up in June. And from what I heard, the arguments weren't all that strong for the government and for having the mandate. But my day job is an insurance agent. And one of the things that today perked my ears up, I was talking to some clients of mine who are Republicans. And they understand that a mandate has to take place because you have to have a large pool of people in order for this to work. And the way it works, of course, we know is one of the problems is not having coverage because of pre-existing conditions. They understood that everything has to take place as far as pre-existing conditions being covered. And the thing that got me was that the wife stated right up front that a single-payer plan was the best option. And they understood, being Republicans, that the best thing for the country is to have a single-payer plan, which we don't have, but the next best thing is what we do have. And what are your thoughts on that, David?
I think it's definitely one of those things. It's very sad in the U.S. that we don't really have a public option, and I was for that throughout the whole thing. And to be honest, I think even with the original idea of the public option, they should have extended it to anybody that wanted to sign on. But I think that it's not right that the healthcare system is a for-profit system. There's a lot of things that work incredibly well with the capitalist system, but I don't think healthcare is one of them. And you definitely need something that is not for profit to compete with for-profit companies to keep the prices low and things like that.
Yes, and the thing that I look at is the way someone had mentioned it earlier in the debate was look at healthcare as a utility. Okay, utilities you pay for. Here where I live, the city really owns the utility, but they keep the prices down as much as they possibly can. Of course, they're going to make a little bit of money, but they're not trying to gouge everyone that's in the city to pay for the utilities that they have. And it's a service to the community. And that should be the way the healthcare is approached, is a service to the community and a situation where, companies are not allowed to really gouge people to make a huge profit off of them. Also, it's something that should be a entitlement. We do have an entitlement called Medicare that's granted to everyone, but we're the only developed country that does not have a public health care system that is, a government-run system. All of the European countries have it. The UK has it. Even Cuba has it. Other communist countries also have it. But it's not a matter of whether they're communist or capitalist. The thing is that I think we, being the richest country on the planet, should be able to cover our population that needs coverage. And the thing also that people have to realize is that those that can't pay for coverage, they get it paid for by everybody else anyway. So that's why it's important for everyone to be in the pool, because say a 20-something-year-old that really can't afford any coverage, something happens to that individual, guess what? The bill is passed on to everybody else, and it's a fraudulent, so to say, system. So why don't we just make it an honest system and say, look, everyone has coverage, and this is how much things are going to cost.
Yeah, and another thing that I was thinking about saying is with the healthcare, I'm honestly not happy with the way either side has handled it so far. I mean, for one, with the right, I'm pretty upset about this angst about the vaccines and things like that. I think that no matter what kind of disease that vaccine controls, if they can develop a vaccine that can be safely given to the population, and that actually controls a lot of sickness and keeps a lot of people alive or from developing other diseases, then that's a really great thing. And I think it's like really, really awful that Michelle Bachmann and people like that have opposed the you know the vaccine for the genital warts and all. And also at the same time, I don't really like the contraception mandate. I don't think that it should apply to everybody, but I think that definitely as far as Catholics, I don't think it should be forced on them. And so that's my issue with that.
Yeah, I think there's a point that you make with both sides. The thing I know when I was growing up, we had to have certain vaccines. It was just a public health issue. And I think many times now, things that are public health issues have been politicized, to gain political points in the name of, someone trying to say freedom or this, that, and the other. And I do believe that people should have a right to opt out of vaccinations. But at the same time, I think that everyone needs to be properly informed. Let the science on the issue speak for it. And if something is going to prevent problems, don't twist it into something that it's not. Also, again, there's the freedom of religion issue. And if the Catholic population doesn't want contraceptive mandates shoved down their throats, it shouldn't be shoved down their throats. But also, everyone who's not Catholic, okay, if they want to take advantage of it, it should be something that's taken advantage of. So I think what we need to do is cooler heads need to prevail. Also, when it comes to, again, the Supreme Court decision, to me, it's a no-brainer that you need to have an honest system. That's what I'm saying. Making an honest system so that everyone has coverage. Everyone can afford to have coverage. If you choose not to, yes, you should have some sort of penalty. They do the same thing with Medicare. If someone doesn't sign up for the prescription drugs on time, they are penalized for not doing that. And I don't see anything wrong with that. That's the same way they do with car insurance. If you're not covered under and have car insurance, you go to the state pool and you pay an extra $500 or whatever it is a year because you're in the uninsured pool. So to me, it's the same principle, and I don't see why it's such a big deal for someone to either be in participate in the program, and if you don't participate in the program, be fined, just like you are with car insurance. And I think this is a bigger deal in car insurance because we're actually talking about a life and death situation. So that's my opinion on it. And did you have anything else you wanted to add, David?
I think I was gonna make one more point, and then I think I was gonna give it up. The with the healthcare issues, I also, I'm all for like extra taxes on cigarettes and things like that that encourage people to quit, because I also believe that that's another cost that gets passed down to everybody else. And while a lot of people may look at it as, they're being free and doing what they want to, the rest of us have to, suffer when they're the ones that get lung cancer, and our medical insurance goes up because it has to pay for them as well. Mm-hmm. So I think any kind of stride that can be done in public health, really, I'm all for it. So,
and the thing is that the companies did, get with the Obama administration to help come up with a plan that is palatable. The government really can't do this all by themselves. They need the help of the insurance company. But the insurance company, I think their request that everyone be in a pool is a reasonable request. So that's it. And hopefully we'll do a few more of these down the road and talk about some issues that are of importance to all of us. Thank you. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.